The Prattville Lions Football Review with Coach J.D. Wallace. Brought to you by Stivers Chrysler Dodge Jeep of Prattville, Trustmark Bank, CBE, and Durbin Auto Parts.
Well, good evening, Lion Nation, and welcome into week 3 of the Prattville Lions Football Review. Coming off a bye week in week 2, the Lions get back on the winning side in week 3 with a 43-9 thumping over Smith Station. And Coach, congratulations on the win. 1-0 in the region. I know that's one that you were ready to get back.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Yeah, first game of region play. It's important to get in that win column, especially in the region that we play. Our guys, we had a week to prepare for. We actually had an extra week to prepare to get better at being us. And then, of course, we spent last week working on Smith Station. But I think our coaches did a great job of just fine-tuning some things and mixing some things up to develop some other players. And opportunities came about for a lot of our young guys that have stepped up and done well. We had a couple of goals in the game offensively. We definitely didn't want any pre-snap penalties. We wanted to create explosive plays. I think we did that, and always be able to protect the football. No turnovers. So we didn't throw any interceptions, and we didn't lay any on the ground offensively. So that always gives us a chance to win and be successful offensively. Defensively, we really harped on tackling. I mean, for 2 weeks tackling, and also just assignment football. The details of things. And I think Coach Lansdale and his staff got better at getting our guys better at doing those little things. So I was proud about that. Now, we always speak about 3 phases of the game, and there's a couple of things that can happen in the football game that's hard to recover from, and that's getting a kick blocked, and that's running a kick back. And we were able to run a kick back on our kickoff return team with Zay Parrish. He took one to the house. And that was a huge swing for our football team, and they just never could recover from that, and we were able to go out and finish strong. And hats off to Coach Warren, who was our kickoff return coach. He was unable to make it because his wife had a baby Friday night, so he was unable to make that game. But wish his wife and his new baby, I hope they're doing well, and I hear good things about that. They are doing well, but it was a great atmosphere. Our fans, they really brought the energy Friday night. I was excited to see that, and it started that day at the pep rally. Walking in with our team and those students, man, it was in the air. I don't know if it was because it was the first pep rally or they were just ready for some Prattville. I don't know what it was, but the students were very excited about this game.
You had Smith Station coming in, remembering what happened a year ago, the upset over at Smith Station, and they come in on the opening drive and really go down the field and put 3 points on the board, and not like you would think, as for some of us that were there last year, it's like, oh, this is like some PTSD stuff. This is not happening again. And then the Lions come out and score the next 31 straight points. I mean, you had these guys locked in. Yeah,
they had some early success on that first drive, and it was just a couple of things that we misfit, and we must get that worked out going into this next opponent. But our defense, they rallied back, and we got those things fixed as the game went on. And like I said, offensively, we're able to run the football. We'll reestablish the line of scrimmage with our offensive line, and Donovan had a huge night. He played one half of football for us with I think he had 12 carries for 94 yards. Right. So he was on his way to a very special night. And Landon Smith, which is a sophomore, he stepped in, and we wanted to get him some reps because over the last 3 weeks, he's a kid that's really, his game has changed over the last 3 weeks. And he came in and did well. He had 79 yards rushing on 13 carries. So I was proud to see him get to going. And
just a sophomore.
He's just a sophomore, and which another sophomore, Donovan Brown, had 2 touchdowns. Which he played well in the Foley game as well. So he's been another kid that's just since fall camp, he's just hit another gear, and he keeps getting better and better every week. So we keep developing those 2 guys. I think they're going to be some special players for us as we get into the meat of our schedule.
There's no doubt about it. It all adds up to a 43-9 thumping of the Smith Station Panthers as the Lions open up region play and their home schedule at Stanley Jensen Stadium. Let's take a look at those highlights.
Up at the 6-yard line, is going to return it out from there. Coming across the field at 10-15. Got a little seam. Parrish to 30, Parrish to 40, Parrish to 50. Nobody going to catch Zay Parrish. He goes wire to wire. Touchdown, Prattville. Panthers now back on offense from their own 20-yard line. Brody Dixon lines up the shotgun. He's got Brooks flanking him to the right. He's going to give it to Brooks, and Brooks hit it at the line of scrimmage. No, Dixon keeps it, but Eric Miner lowers the boom on him. 4:20 to play here, opening quarter. Lions on the move, up 6-3. Here's Rigdon again to pass, play action. This time he's got it complete to Colin Seegers. Colin Seegers rumbles to the 10 to the 5. Colin Seegers is in. Touchdown, Prattville. 4 in the opening drive.
And it's perfect.
Not so bad. Panthers again from their own 20-yard line. Here's Dixon again, and a pitch to the inside, and he's smacked at the 4-yard line. Is that Luke Gordon?
I think so.
I believe. To his left. He wants to throw. He's got it complete to Donovan Brown across 5. Donovan Brown into the end zone. Donovan Brown for his first score as a varsity athlete. Touchdown, Prattville.
There we go.
That's because it says he's
undersized. But
5'9". Oh, no. Yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
Here is Bibbs with the carry this time, and he is smacked.
A great lick.
At the line.
Did I promise you?
Zay Parrish flanked out wide in press coverage here. Let's see what happens. Here's Griggs and walks the shotgun, and here's a gift to Arrington again. This time Arrington with a little real estate across the 40, along the sideline, down to 30, makes a man miss, 30-25, down to the 24-yard line. Rigdon from the shotgun. Gives to Arrington. Arrington
great.
finds a little room, got Parrish blocking for him, and it's going to be all the way down to the 2-yard line.
Wow, man, there.
Yeah, that's a huge hole up in the middle right there.
Rigdon from the shotgun. Everybody bunched in tight on this one, and a give to Arrington, and he rolls in the end zone. Touchdown, Prattville. 3:44 to play. Bad English, but that's okay. 1st and 10 for the Panthers from the Prattville 41-yard line. Dixon wants to pass, steps out of pressure, going to have to run with it, and he is belted by Eric Miner and Luke Gordon at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, they carried the ref the flag. He's a character.
Porter Sutton punts this one away, and it takes a nice bounce inside the 10. It's going to roll dead at the 1, inside the 1-yard line. Check that.
No, wait.
That's Reed Montgomery. In Dothan. Rigdon 1st and 10 from the Panther 32-yard line. This may be the last play of the quarter. And he floats it out complete to Seegers. Colin Seegers at the 20-yard line to the 15 and out of bounds at the Panther 14-yard line.
What a heck of a play by Rigdon.
And on 1st and 10 from the Panther 14-yard line, I should say. Bo Richter and Seegers come set to the far side. And here's a give to Landon Smith. Huge hole, and Landon Smith gets his first touchdown as a Lion. Touchdown, Prattville. And this kick is high to the night sky.
It's returnable.
Returnable from the 5 come the Panthers. From the 10, and he is absolutely depleted at the 11-yard line. Chip shot from the far hash. Snap and hold is good, and the kick is high, and it's good. With 5:23 to play in the ball game. Your score: Lions 43, Panthers 9. We'll take a 30.
Welcome back to the Prattville Lions Football Review. I'm Will Barrett, joined as always by our head football coach, J.B. Wallace. And Coach, it's time to unleash the Week 3 Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Game on the world.
Yeah, well, this was a tough decision to make this week on the Player of the Game. We had a couple of guys that really jumped out, that really did well. Colin Seegers had a great night out of the backfield, and the stats that you see are the things that everybody notices that he did well. Catching the ball out of the backfield, he had a long run and he scored. But what they don't see all the blocks that he made to put him in position to make those plays and spring off a lot of our runs that we had with Landon and Donovan. So this week, Pepsi Buffalo Rock Player of the Week is Colin Seegers.
Colin Seegers. That's an excellent choice, Coach. The Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Game. Congratulations, Colin Seegers. Back at the Prattville Lions Football Review, Coach, it's time for everybody's favorite segment. It's Inside the Lions Cage, and today we've got another character that you've hand selected for us, number 4, cornerback or safety, Joris Thomas.
Yeah, and you say cornerback or safety, you almost said cornerback. He does play both of them for us. He plays cornerback and he plays safety. You know, he's played a lot as a sophomore, as a junior, and now he's a senior, and he's leading our secondary, you know, as being one of those vocal leaders. He's a guy that, you know, he's a typical DB. You know, a lot of times you just look at those DBs, you just shake your head because they got a different type of energy than a lot of other people. They're just different. You know, kind of like kickers. DBs are different. But you know, when it's time to play, they're ready to play. Yeah. And so, you know, Joris Thomas will be in the Lions cage today. So this is going to be very interesting.
I think he's in the field house taking a nap right now, waiting on practice.
Yeah, he did mention he was going. So, like I said, with those DBs, you just never know what you're going to get.
Let's go inside the Lions cage with number 4, Joris Thomas.
I'm Joris Thomas. I play DB. I rock number 4, and I graduate 2024.
What is your favorite uniform combination?
I'm going to have to say the Cardinal on Cardinal with the black accessories.
All right. That does look good, by the way. Would you rather be able to fly 10 miles per hour or run 100 miles per hour? And why?
Run 100 miles per hour because, I don't know, I just always want to be fast. I'm a little slow right now.
What is the best fast food in Prattville?
It's fast food. I'm going with McDonald's.
Okay, what's your go-to order at McDonald's?
We're going to get the 20-piece nuggets, the large fries, with a cheeseburger and sweet tea.
Dude! That's a lot of protein.
Yeah.
All right, how many days have you gone in a row without showering?
No more than 2.
Okay, off camera, what would you say?
No more than 2.
Do you have any superstitions about game day or any unusual pregame rituals?
Yeah, pregame, I normally don't eat all my food because if I eat all my food, it ain't gonna be a good game.
Makes you feel heavy?
Yeah.
Okay. You've been in school for 12 years now. Who has been your most favorite teacher and why?
Favorite teacher? I'm gonna have to go with my teacher this year, Ms. Warren. She always she helping me. She just loves me.
She's cool. She's cool. You can only eat one food for the rest of your life. What is it?
Peace.
All right. Yep. Because it's a variety type thing, right? You get all kinds of stuff on a pizza. I hear you. I think Joris Thomas is a smart guy. What's 3 things you cannot live without?
My phone, hot fries, and my AirPods.
I think I might say the same thing. Can you impersonate any member of the coaching staff? And remember that impersonation is the highest form of flattery. They love it when you do it.
It's going to be Coach Lansdale nowadays.
This is the first Lansdale impersonation ever, so let's see it.
So we mess up. Drop it down. Cutaways.
All right. How do you want the Lion Nation to remember you?
Remember me as just being a leader. Really just being a leader for real.
That's good. All right. It's time for everybody's favorite part. Joris Thomas will now sing the fight song. Oh, wait, before you do that, we're going to put something in your hand.
All right.
We're going to hand you an object. You got to tell us what it is and how it works.
All right. Oh, this is a camera.
Show it to the.
How does that work?
How do you operate it?
It's all like that. I think this is the button.
All right, you see that little wheel right there behind on your thumb?
Mm-hmm.
Push it push it to the side. Just push it roll it till it stops. Okay, and then you point and then hit that button. You just took a picture.
You have to roll the film in there. As some archaic dinosaur stuff.
How do you get the picture off?
All right. I want to say down here somewhere, but I don't think so.
In the olden days, you'd have to take that to a drugstore like Walgreens or CVS and hand them the camera, and they have to pull the film out and develop it and call you in an hour when the pictures are ready. And And when I say olden days, I mean like 1995.
And before that, you had to put it in the mail and send it off, and you'd get your pictures back in like 3 to 4 weeks.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
How did anybody ever live like that? All right, man. Are you ready for the fight song?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, here's how it works. We're going to clap you, and we're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you roll with it, and we're going to clap through with you. Okay?
All right.
Ready? All right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Who ready for Prattville? Who ready for Prattville? Someone in the stand saying, who ready for Prattville? 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell them who we go for. Prattville, that's who.
Hey! Got it. Good job, man. Final segment here on the Prattville Lions Football Review with Coach J.B. Wallace. Coach, 1-1, 1-0 in the region. Everything's still in front of us, and now we've got another big game on the road next week in Dothan.
Yeah, and we have to prove that we can travel well and we can go play in the big games. You know, we've had a game on the road early in the year with Foley, so now we get to travel again. Very similar trip as far as distance and all that go. But, man, a tough region opponent ahead of us. They lost in overtime Friday versus Auburn. Very physical team, talented team. And, of course, there is some history dating back with us in Dothan from last year, so I'm sure our guys are going to be chomping at the bit to get to them on Friday. You know, they're going to test us. You know, you're going to have to play assignment football. Their style of play, it forces you to have disciplined eyes defensively. And offensively, you know, we got to be able to make those big plays when we need them. You know, we got to put points on the board when we need them because it's going to be a quick game. Their style of play, this game is going to be over with about 8:30, 8:45. So
just a few possessions.
Just a few possessions, so you got to make them count. So, you know, details were important before. You can imagine, you know, we're going to harp on. It's going to be super important this week.
Absolutely. We'll kick off at 7 o'clock at Rip Hughes Stadium down in Dothan, Alabama. We hope you all can make it there and support these Lions. They've worked hard. They continue working hard. And I think they got a little something in store for Dothan. I hope so. Coach, good luck in this week of practice. Let's bring home a win next Friday.
Absolutely. Thank you.
For Will Barrett and the Mills are behind the camera and Coach J.B. Wallace, good night, God bless, and go Lions.
The Prattville Lions Football Review with Coach J.B. Wallace. Brought to you by Stivers Chrysler Dodge Jeep of Prattville, Trustmark Bank, CBE, and Durbin Auto Parts.